thought of a follow-up question for you, because you were taking pictures of that girl and everything she was doing with her fingers. I got it on video, but how do you take something that is so motion-centric and get a picture that communicates it? Do you think there's ever... Can you always do it with photo, or do you feel like, oh, I really wish I should take video of this thing? What do you...
Yeah, no, I didn't wish for video. It's a good question. You miss most of the time, honestly. That's the conundrum, right? You want to convey the sense of motion, and what you're holding in your camera is called, or in your hand, is a still camera.
Right.
So it's an essential, kind of conundrum that you have to solve all the time. And most of the time, honestly, you don't quite succeed. I was kind of going for her mood, actually, because I think if I had tried for her fingers, the color palette was so similar. Her skin tone, the wood of the strings, everything was kind of these warm tones with the lighting in the room. I think her fingers would have had a tendency to just disappear if I had tried for that really seriously. Or if you got lucky, you'd probably have to shoot a lot of frames and just keep working it and working it and working it. And probably a longer lens and all those things that I didn't have.
And did you try to get her face in too, or were you just on fingers?
Oh, her face, definitely. I was really really moved by how, first of all, how good she was. I talked to her afterwards. She's 24 years old, and she's been playing that instrument for 17 years. So she has literally grown up with it, and she was so wonderful with it. I just feel like when you see people like that and you photograph them, it's really a privilege because they're so good at what they do. Like, it's amazing.
Okay, so I went over to the other side, and there are some nice lights coming on. That's the bird's nest down there, sort of one of the famous Olympic stadiums. And then right over here is the water cube. I guess that's the natatorium or something. And there's kind of a nice light behind there. You'll notice I really angle the camera down to kind of minimize the sky because everything up over there is a little bit dull. And those little ant-like people down here are kind of neat. Anyway, we'll see how it turns out.